And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Odie, and we're sitting right at 70 degrees, waiting for a high of 92 today. If you mow grass for a living, it's going to be hot at the office. Real hot there. If you're a roofer, it's even worse. We got bad news for you. The weekend is going to be 98 moving into next week. It just gets better and better as we head toward July the 4th. There is, though, as I brought this up, if y'all heard that, July 4th, the chances of rain is early that morning and then that afternoon, perfect. So you'll be able to go out to the big fireworks show. You'll be able to do some at home. We'll talk about all that coming up this morning also. What a wonderful day. Today is already Thursday. We're getting ready for the weekend again, Odie.
It is coming. It'll be the start of it tomorrow for Friday. So going to be hot. Going to be a nice weekend. Mm-hmm. Get your grass cut because fireworks season's coming. So get all your grass
Have you
cut
mowed any of your grass yet?
One time.
One time. You need to get on the ball there. My wife lets it get about yay high. Everybody in the neighborhood talks about my wife.
Well, I wish I could. I'd love to because I'd get that mower as close to the ground as it can go.
She drags it.
I want it all. I hope the sun burns it all up.
Why don't you just move to a nursing home where they got concrete and you don't have to do this?
Well, you know, we're remodeling the new house, and I've calculated the cost to put 2 inches of concrete
all around
over my yard and paint it green.
You know, there's something, when you're younger, you think, boy, 8 acres in front of my house looks great. Our special guy. How y'all feel about mowing grass?
Try not to. Try to once a month, whether I need to or not.
Look, I just try to subcontract that out most of it best I can, you know.
Subcontract. Grass, I mean, it's a job. Weed eating is the worst, I think.
Oh, that's where Roundup comes in. I don't weed eat.
What about that word erosion? I done that once and lost a ditch. Get to call the power company.
I would get one for my wife for Mother's Day or something like that.
A sprayer?
Yeah, sprayer or a mower. Either one. I'll get her both.
Y'all, I ain't joking. Angie loves hers. I can't touch it. I'm not allowed to get near the mower.
Really?
Oh, yeah, that's her thing, her therapy, she says.
We'll have to get
I have
together.
no arguments.
All you have to do is fill it up.
A lot of people love to do that.
I do enjoy it when I get out there and do it.
There's nothing about
Well, now,
it.
I didn't like the old Craftsman with the steer and the reverse and all that. Now, that zero turn,
Y'all-
I love that dude.
Do y'all remember how you lift up off the seat and it goes dead every time you went to pick up something? And miserable.
We always clipped them 2 wires and hooked them together.
Looking at you breaking federal laws already.
No, only a mattress tag has that. Do not remove.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Since you're a judge, anybody ever been prosecuted for that?
Well, we can make a special
That's why he ran. He ran on things just like
to
that.
crack down on crime of mattresses are being ripped, the tags being ripped, and all things of that nature.
Y'all don't have anything else that comes before you.
No,
so
we
why
got
not?
plenty of time for that.
I brought this up, and let me get into this. The courthouse. It's pretty. You can see it 15 miles away as you enter Meridian,
It's an
Mississippi.
airport, is what
It
it
is.
looks like.
It is. I went to. It resembles. I was in Corpus Christi. Had to fly back home one night, and it looks kind of like that building there. I walked around in them big halls for a long time trying to find where the plane was, and that's what it looks like here. From best I understand, we spent somewhere $50 million building this.
At least.
Because that doesn't include, add-ons and things like that, like furniture and flowers out front that go for miles.
That's right.
I got lost walking from the sheriff's department around all those concrete sleeping benches that we got out front. I don't know if y'all tried to go around them
It's a
yet.
maze.
It is.
It's a maze trying to get through there.
And there you go. $68 million is what I'm being told. $68 million. Taxpayer money.
Only the best for Judge Lacey.
I know, right?
He comes in, gets a new room.
I know.
Let me ask, is $68 million? Do you have a jacuzzi back there in your chambers?
I think we got one back there somewhere in the back. It's very hidden. We don't like to talk about it, but it's very nice.
I ran into my buddy from the Meridian Star yesterday, and he was at the press conference. He was standing there next to me, and he goes to those meetings that that are sometimes boring, and was telling me about the door that they're wanting to put at this $70 million. Apparently, and I'm not joking when I lie about this, people were, it's like no one held a meeting to me. I could be wrong and said, what does your office need? We're missing a door. And the Chris Lafferty, who is the county administrator, Chris, you out there? Tell me how that, 2 bids. And I quote Thomas from the Meridian Star as he looked at these prices. He said, County Administrator Chris Lafferty said the supervisors have 2 options, only 2. The first, which is a more expensive of the 2, it's $76,109 to install a door next to the circuit clerk window area, which would eliminate some storage space, but leaving the neighboring election commission space alone. Bid number 2. Let's take a look at this. This is a little cheaper for you taxpayers out there. $44,377 hallway for county employees to enter, and would require sacrificing some of the election commission's area, Chris Lafferty said. The second option would also require adding an additional key fob entry system. He said would be an additional cost on top of that $44,000. A door.
Well, like we said off air, me and Nick turned in a bid. It was $39,000. It didn't meet specs because it was a screen door, but we tried. You know,
we made an effort.
I took the liberty. Let me pull this up, y'all. And I'm sure that we could get a deluxe model, but I went on down to Lowe's.
Yeah.
Here we are. First door, $309 there. We could go with the cheap one at $169. Those keypads are about $100. Those
fobs.
Yeah, the key fobs. I'm not seeing $70,000. I mean, what's in this wall that's so? That's the price there. Now, and again, let me back up on this. We can't even fit Donna Jill in there. Donna Jill has this equipment when you count votes that has to be secure behind locked doors, and the building at $68 million is not big enough.
Hey, seriously, you know,
I'm serious.
I was in that office for 10 years, and we did have a meeting today, and I think that we have something figured out where maybe we can take the machines and actually just keep them at Donna Jill's office where she's at now.
Right.
And then that would free up enough room where they can move in. They do need that door there. I don't know about these prices. That seems kind of crazy to me, but yeah, I
You're
think
going to call Dixie Buildings and have that 28 by 30 set out behind the courthouse so Donna Jill can come on over?
No, I think within the next month she'll be able to move over. I think they've got it figured out now, but that's a crazy price for a door.
It is, and the cost of that, and I jokingly talked about the flower. If we had put parking place, because it fills up if there's court. I don't know if you've looked at that.
It does, especially on Monday.
I can't. There's nowhere to park. We could have used all of that nice vegetation there as a parking place. I think we may regret that later. That's just small thoughts from me of somebody that walked up. I was not part of the planning, nor was I asked. I just know that it cost $68 million for an airport. Wow.
It's kind of like Amy said. As much as that mower cost, Odie better like to cut grass. She never asked how much it was, even when I brought it home, until the other day.
Yes, she had to.
She turned around and she said, "So how much does that cost?" And I was, "Oh."
Well, sometimes you just best not.
Well, I tried. And she said, "How much did you pay for that mower?" And well, the mower was free. I paid $8,000 for the hat.
But, you know, we just, as we look at that, and again, doors may cost that, but it's extremely high, is what I'm saying as we look at prices like this. Your tax dollars being spent there. It seemed like we ought to get a third bid. I know people that can do things a little cheaper, is all I'm saying. I don't know who that bid is for, nothing like that. It's not political because I have no idea who it is or what it is. But man alive. You know, we used to also do this thing in the county to where people that were incarcerated helped mow grass and things. They do that in Clark County. I drive by all the time and see them out there just a mowing.
Well, I know that we've got in Justice Court, we're working on a work program.
And that would be good.
We've worked with the supervisors, working with Chris Lafferty, working with different ones, trying to get work programs for people that can't pay their fines or want to work off their fines, and maybe even lead them, if they're a good employee, maybe lead them into having a job.
Nothing wrong with that.
Department.
You will not hear me argue on that at all. Again, I'm not making fun of the county. I don't want anybody to take that wrong. I'm just looking out for your tax dollars best I know how, as things get more expensive and more expensive every day. Love me some Donna Jill, though. It would be great one day to go over and be able to walk across the street with her, get something to eat. She's so far down there, you have to call her at this point. Oh, have mercy. Of course, Nick, how long have you been in office now?
It'll be 6 months. 6 months, and man, I've got the best clerks in that 6 months. They have been by my side. I've got our lady I consider the face of Justice Court is Miss Loretta. She's been there 17 years.
That's a long time.
Joyce, she's been there 29. Nikita, she's the boss dog. She keeps all of us in line. She's been there for well over 10 years, and I've been blessed to have a good crew of people that keep me straight, and they keep us on the straight and narrow up there.
Did they ever go ahead and spend a little money and get you a judge outfit that fit?
Well, no, we're still on the same exact one. That big flowing dress, it's the same exact one.
He looks like Casper floating down the hall.
That's it.
It's like it's passed on. Oh, Nick, I appreciate you putting up with that. I was teasing.
No.
Don't forget to pick it up when you go up a stair.
That's it. You got to. You will fall. Trip and fall.
We'll be right back. We're going to talk about the press conference that happened yesterday. And again, disturbing. There's no other way to word this. We will talk about that next. Scotty Ray and Odie as we begin our day. We'll be right back.
We know you care. But if this is all too real for you and your loved ones, make the call. Because we care too. Home instead. To us, it's personal.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low-mileage cars and trucks. How about a 2022 Jeep Wrangler or a 2021 Honda Ridgeline Sport with only 40,000 miles? A GMC Denali or a 2024 Silverado 2500? Drop in today and find the car that you're looking for. They're packed with low-mileage cars and trucks.
The low-profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Just the other night, I went by and got some pork skins. I don't know if y'all have done this or not, and brought the sauce home and dipped it in.
Did you take the whole jar off the table?
Well, I got a big one. I made them give me a to-go original sauce. Man, that is good with those pork skins that are made there.
It kind of reminds me of a story. I can't tell you who, what, where, and when, but they went to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Went in there and they were advertising toast with apple butter.
Yeah.
And they got all this stuff and told them they wanted some apple butter. And the waitress says, well, we don't have any. We're out. And she said, no, you're not. There's some out there in the store. And obviously that the waiter and everybody else got mad when she went into the store, got the bottle of apple butter, brought it back out to the table, opened it up, and used it.
So she went and bought her own?
No,
the waitress
it was their store. No, the person eating. Went in there and got, she said, y'all ain't out.
Okay, I get your story now.
Yeah.
But it is aggravating when you sit down to eat somewhere and they don't have what they're supposed to have. Like utensils.
Yeah, I
I've
get you.
been in that situation too. Bob says, anybody got a quote there from Shad White? Boy, that man, what a concept.
Got our attention.
I did hear that he was sniffing around a little while ago. I'll just leave it at sniffing. As I mentioned yesterday, one of the saddest things I've ever sat through. And as we watched Sheriff Ward Calhoun, it did bring a tear to his eye of what happened yesterday. And it should. it grounds us on what has happened in our community. And if you're just watching this, maybe you're watching from somewhere else in the United States, then we have a lot of people that watch all over the world. We had a murder, there's no other way, of a 2-year-old child, 2.5 years old, here in our community on Bolden Long Creek Road in the 2600 block. As deputies would arrive to the scene, they would find that youngster already deceased. And there's some details that can't come out at this point, but as Sheriff Ward Calhoun pointed out yesterday, forcibly, and I want you to understand me, forcibly drowned. Now, and as I mentioned before we got to this, I had trouble sleeping that night because I'd first started getting messages, hey, something's going on in Long Creek, do you know what it is? And the further I got to investigating, the more ill I felt, and I couldn't sleep. And I went to bed with this image, and I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I want you to fully understand those last moments. Can y'all imagine this? A child, as we all know, I was a child. Your mother is your guiding light. Your guiding light. It is everything in your world. You love your daddy, but your mama is mama. Trust your mother. And again, this is all alleged. It has not been proven in court. There has been an arrest. There has been a charge. Alleged. Picture a child trusting its mother and being drowned. Can you imagine that face? That's all that was in my mind, is that child watching its mother as she done that. It sent shivers up my spine. I have it now. I mean, it makes me want to bust into tears. A child who trusted someone. Here's the face of this as we pull here. Here's the picture. This is the mugshot. Let me zoom in on this a little bit bigger here. She has been arrested. She's, I think, by now been transported to the Lauderdale County Detention Center. She was at a local medical facility and then transferred with this $500,000 bond has been set on this. Now, Judge, I'll have to ask you on this because every time something is brought up, a case, people get kind of bent out of shape over bonds. But a judge can only go by what the laws are, what can be charged. Can you help me understand a little bit here what goes on?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, any charge is, like you said, you have a certain range from this point to this point, and all the details in the middle, what determines that bond. Again, it's just a range. We don't have control over that range. We just literally, it's flipping in a book, looking up the charge, and it gives you a range. And a bond is not meant to be, it's not meant to be for punishment. It's meant to just guarantee that person will be in court. That is what a bond is meant for. It's not meant for punishment. One of the big comments that came about, and I don't know the difference, is the city has $1 million bond on most murders. Why is the county at 500? Is it different than the city? It really ranges up to $1 million. It all depends, but it's all the same.
Upon the charges.
Yes, it depends all the details and the charges that go into that. And like I said, all the details. If that person is a flight risk, all of that stuff plays into a bond. If they've ever been in trouble before, any of those things, that all plays into setting of a bond.
It would almost be beneficial if one day we could type out a sheet and put this amount to this amount for this charge and put that, because it is, if you don't, because I don't know it. If you don't do it every day,
you don't know it. No, yeah. I see them all the time. You get a lot of flack, but again, it's just a matter of opening that book, finding out the details, and then setting that bond accordingly.
This is tough.
And it is. And again, people, they forget it. It's not, when they teach us in justice court, judge school, you're not allowed to use it as punishment. It is not a punishment. It's just to guarantee that person comes to court.
And I don't think a lot of people knew that, did they?
No, they don't.
One thing I'd like to just say is that the father, the husband, Kelly McDevitt, I've known him since I was in kindergarten. We went to school together in elementary school. And, we really need to have prayers for them, for that family right now. I mean, imagine him right now. I can't. And I can tell you something about that family. They have the RV park there in Bonita on 19 South. They've got the construction company down 19 going to Why Not. Man, that family is a hard-working family.
They are.
And
absolutely.
I'm privy to know what a lot of people don't know is that family donates money to causes where they never get any credit for, that no one would ever know about. And I would just say that we need to keep the dad, the husband, in our prayers, and that family. I sure hate this.
I've known Ronald for 25 years now. And like you said, he does a lot of stuff with a checkbook that he does not take credit for. Ronald, I love you, brother. I haven't known Kelly quite as long and don't know him as much as I know Ronald, but man, it touches my heart, and my prayers are with you.
You know, anybody that's out there can relate to this. A spouse taking a child from you, and then think of a grandfather, how they feel at this point. I'm devastated by it. Shocked, an understatement with that. And I'll say this, and I want to thank Ward for this, of having a press conference.
Right.
He didn't have to. We had already gotten the information, but he did what he should. He went to the community as a sheriff should, as a leader in any police department should. Thank you, Ward, for doing that. We have others that don't do that. This is the example, and if you're watching Hello City of Meridian, follow by example of what Ward Calhoun did. You address the public, you tell them what you know. You may not know all the details. Ward didn't know everything. He couldn't tell everything, but he told enough to the public to where we now know what went on. And thank you. I appreciate that. That's what a leader is all about.
Mike Rice said Ronald's the one that donated the stage for his concert last week. Nobody knew that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. And Ronald doesn't want to say, hey, I did that.
Yeah.
That's just the type of guy he is.
And Janelle, where she put no bond is done. I'm thinking when you think there's a flight risk.
There is circumstances where that is a possibility.
So it would be bond denied. There's no way, no
Yes.
how, and that way you're insured.
Yeah.
But
Innocent until proven guilty, no matter what you think. Innocent until proven guilty, and everyone has a
right to an
legal
attorney.
right for an attorney and to bond out unless you meet these certain criterias. I know sometimes some of these things hit us in our heart and our soft spot starts to try and make a decision. But remember, Lady Liberty's blind.
That's correct. That is correct.
I'm with you. I'm with you, boy, on both sides. But it's a tough decision.
It is. I had a chance to speak to the sheriff in Neshoba County last night. I said, Eric, what are you doing? He said, well, I'm in hot pursuit right now. I said,
Well, hang up and call me back.
he's got hands free. He's got hands free. I talked to Eric a lot of times behind the steering wheel of his patrol car. And I said, well, I got several people that called me and said they heard blue lights. He said, yeah, that's right. He said, I'm headed north now. Somebody's got shot. And he said, I'm going up. We're looking for a white Jeep Cherokee, possibly a Honda involved with this. Somebody got shot in the shoulder. Mm-hmm. Then they tried to drive off. And Neshoba County is investigating that. Is where we put this story up last night. Always something going on, but I promise you this, of law enforcement, this man does not sleep till they get the guy that does things wrong. Now, and I'll have this story in a little bit. It took me a while to get all of this confirmed last night. And let me get to my phone. Do y'all not dislike this? You got to put a code to get into your phone. It bothers me to no end.
You can take it off, but I wouldn't suggest it.
Yo, you would?
Not your phone.
I got all kinds of things
He's
in
got
here.
a privacy screen. You can't look at it unless you're right there in front of it.
Thanks to somebody that helped me out with that.
Well, but his letters are that tall, so he
They're-
only gets
Yeah.
3 words per screen.
I don't see how he posts things.
What we had is a murder yesterday, and I started getting word of this early on, and then I couldn't get an answer for what I needed, and late last night I got it. Sebastopol. Well, I don't know where that is. This would be over the chicken plant is where this went on. Another worker more or less attacked another worker, killed him, stabbed him. They are deceased. They were both, the victim and the suspect were both from Kosciuszko, drove to Sebastopol every day back and forth, but we do have a murder there. Whoa.
Wow.
One person already in custody of that. We'll get names today. I'm waiting on that. Also, I'm hearing there might have been a little shooting over in Scott County. I'll find that out today also. But there's lots that we're working on behind the scenes to bring it to you locally and let you know all of this stuff that happens within our place. That Face ID, it is a little quicker. Dylan Ray wasn't here to
do 2 of them,
you have
one
to-
with a hat and one without a hat.
because you have to do all the different, and well, Dylan wasn't here to set that up, and I couldn't figure it out. There's too many buttons. We'll be right back. More coming up with the judge. There he is over there, and our senator, Jeff Tate. They're all here this morning. We'll find out what's going on in their world as we move along today.
Long Cleaning Solutions line striping division prides itself on getting the job done right. So, for results just like these, for security that you expect, call Trey Long in the line striping division of Long Cleaning Solutions in Meridian.
Health Now is your locally owned medical equipment store. Every person's need is a little different, and they offer a little bit of everything from hospital beds, wheelchairs, reclining back wheelchairs, breathing treatments, CPAPs and supplies. They even have walkers, bath products, and oxygen. And the great thing about Health Now is they offer same-day service. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on call 24/7. Health Now Medical Equipment, where we treat our patients like family.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. And somebody mentioned fingerprints. Scout's Honor. Do y'all use the fingerprint thing on anything?
I use that Face ID thing.
Face ID?
I don't use any fingerprint stuff.
I do.
Well,
of course, my phone still has a button, and that's kind of rare. Most people don't have buttons on
It is
their
kind of
phone.
old, yeah.
I requested that.
But everything that I've got is because I have so many numbers in my head, and so Angie had everything changed to the studios and all to where it's fingerprint for me to get in. I found out that I don't have a fingerprint on my thumb.
You burn it off or something?
It's just gone. It wouldn't work. I had to go to another finger.
Did you say I was number one?
Had to just go down the line. His index and his thumb was out.
So that's the one that's got a print on it.
It's one of them. I done got embarrassed now. Let me say this. My mother, and Nick, I want to say a big thank you to you. My mother absolutely, and of course, you know, she's gotten older and I'm having to take care of her. She absolutely loves Subways. And so her treat that I get her is a large Diet Coke and a footlong. And it has gotten on Highway 19 to where they know me and I can pull up and they go, Scotty Ray, you need your mama special? And I don't even have to tell them anymore.
Boy, that's good for both you and
It is. And so I just wanted to say thank you to Subway for what y'all do. Man, y'all are so nice at helping me sweet take care of her.
And we try, especially that crew, that a lot of those ladies have been with me 13 years, 10 years. They've been with us a long time. And we do our best to give that good customer service. It's what we teach everybody to make people feel special.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes you feel good when they know.
They do. And all I got to go is, I need two. Scotty Ray, is that you?
Well, look, even at the crawfish shack, when you come up and get your shrimp, the Scotty Ray mobile pulls up and everybody starts looking around. I said, no, he just ordered shrimp. There's nothing going on. You know, everybody starts looking around.
He just wants food.
He's just hungry.
Somebody, I got a text the other day. I'd given somebody a ride and they needed to go into the bank, and they got a text. Is the bank getting robbed?
Scotty Ray has problems going to the bank. Everybody starts scrambling.
Funny thing. Now, y'all also, on top of all this, y'all will be having your fireworks before long. Also, that gets underway now, isn't it?
Absolutely. Started already.
So, Collinsville and also in downtown Marion?
Yes, sir. 100%.
What times are we there today?
Well, we're in and out. Starting next week, we'll be keeping regular hours from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and we'll be doing that going through 4th of July. And then, obviously, as we get closer to 4th of July, we'll just be open later and later, just until is what we like to say. Until the money stops, we're there, you know.
Is the front door open right now to serve yourself? One of those, just throw the cat and get what you want?
Yeah, absolutely.
No problems on the bit of our doors.
Our doors are cheap.
Yes, they are. They're not $76,000, are they?
Not at all.
The things that we learn where they cost there.
We pass the savings along to the customers.
There you are. I want to ask Jeff in just a few minutes as we talk about this. We have a big race coming up in the state of Mississippi, Spring Court.
Oh yeah.
And I want to.
I got a horse I'm behind in that race.
Yeah, we're going to talk about as the election nears and we can't forget this is going to be on the ballot in November, right?
That's right.
Well, let's just go ahead real quick and talk about this.
Yeah.
She is a sweet lady that I met down at Weidman's the other day.
That's right. Jennifer Branning.
Tell me a little bit about Jennifer.
Okay, so she is a state senator. She covers Neshoba County, Philadelphia area, and then she goes to like Leake County, and she covers other areas, but Neshoba is her home. She is a true conservative, great voting record. She was chairman of the election committee in 2020 when we had COVID, and all of these states, I must say, rigged the election for Trump. Where they, where they changed their voting laws, where we instead of having voting day, we have voting season.
Yeah.
And so what Jennifer did as chairman of elections in 2020 is we didn't do any of that junk in Mississippi. We had our election results that night, whereas you had Arizona, Nevada, these other states where their secretary of states or governors illegally, in my opinion, changed the election laws, where we had election season, we had widespread mail-in ballots. She did none of that. Well, after that first, so, kudos to her for that. Well, after that, the next year, she has been chairman of Highways and Transportations. And I want y'all to really think about our interstates and our highways here in Lauderdale County. Prior to her, we didn't really get that much attention. I mean, think about going down I-20 at night in Meridian.
It was dark.
A few years ago. It's dark. It's not now. Not only is it not dark, it's good lights now. We've had widening of our interstates. 19 North has been resurfaced. Highway 45 North has been resurfaced. We got money for 22nd Avenue to repave that. That came from the state. We got money for North Hill Street. That came from the state. We have a plan of 145 getting relayed going south down to Clarkdale. She has focused attention to Lauderdale County, and I really appreciate that. We should all appreciate that. We've got a lot of infrastructure with her being at the leadership of being the chairman of Highways and Transportations. And anyway, with all that being said, she's running for Supreme Court. This is a very important position. This is a position of there's only 9 statewide, and whatever we pass in Jackson, these are the people that determine how to interpret it. And I want a conservative up there. I don't want a liberal up there deciding that. And
amen.
And so we have the right one with Jennifer Branning running. That'll be in November. There's 5 people on the ballot. If nobody gets over 50%, there'll be a runoff 3 weeks later. That's her with her boys there.
And the black boots.
Yeah, she's good.
Stylish.
I've said this several times. I'll say it again. If either one of my daughters grew up to be like her, I will be proud. I'll be proud.
I talked about Eric Clark a minute ago. He said, of all the people I know, he said, I trust this woman. He said, I give my full endorsement to Jennifer. He said, good Christian lady. Mm-hmm. If he tells that, that's the way it really is there.
I 100% endorse it.
You sit around and you talk and stuff. Things about election comes up, and one statement always seems to be brought up by somebody.
Courthouse was expensive.
Well, that is, here you go with statewide elections, and that result takes 4 or 5 hours, little here, little there. You may get stuff in that night. Some states take a day or two. Everything's electronic now, but you have a lottery, a nationwide lottery. And after those numbers are drawn in 5 minutes, you know who the winner is, what store he bought it from, when it was bought, and there's a picture of a security camera with him buying it.
Oh, yeah.
And how can a lottery company figure that out? But yet we have so much difficulties getting the results from an election.
Makes you wonder.
It's election season. I'll tell you this. We had to vote on early voting in the Senate this past session, and me and Jennifer were 2 of only 8 that voted against it and really kicked up some dust over it, and that allowed for the House to see what was really going on. Thankfully, the House killed it. So
that's good.
It is. It is. I'm proud of the election laws that we have here in Mississippi. I'm proud that this year in Mississippi, statewide, you have to use paper ballots. None of this touching of a screen and all that stuff.
Thank you for that. I love that. That was awesome. Greatly needed. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, that was the main push in 2021. I couldn't get enough support, but in 2022 we got it done and made it where it would be mandated come January 1 of this year. And so, which in Lauderdale County, when I was election commissioner, we converted over back in 2018 to the paper ballots, but now it's statewide.
That's wonderful.
I'm glad that we have that. It should be paper throughout the country, but I'm glad here in Mississippi that's what we have.
Simplicity. Good morning. We got more on the way as we get this day underway.
Here at Meridian Cycles, we're your local authorized dealer for all your Polaris, Can-Am, Honda, and Suzuki side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and motorcycles. And we service everything we sell. And for you do-it-yourselfers, we have a very knowledgeable parts department to help you with all your needs. Come see us at 80 Highway 19 North right here in Meridian, or call at 601-485-8700. Come see us.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Bittersweet Crossroads in downtown Enterprise has new hours for summer, Monday through Friday, 8 until 5 p.m. and Saturday, 9 until 5 p.m. A great sandwich shop where they make their own honey mustard. Come try a sub or wrap today. They make some of the best homemade frozen custard with hot fudge drizzle. For specialty coffee, frozen custard, sandwiches, and ice cream, it's Bittersweet Crossroads, Highway 11 South, downtown Enterprise, 601-453-4009.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. And we'll challenge these two, the judge and the senator, as we go back in time. Today at 1867, I think we gave pennies upon the acre.
For Alaska.
It was, as we went through it. Look at that. Would have beat Julia in a heartbeat.
Me and Julia would probably score the same.
Do you have anything a little newer than 1867?
We're trying there. 1924, this would become a sound in Nashville. And this guy has discovered more and more, but boy, they sure talk about it. They even made a guitar and named it after him.
Well.
Yeah. Chet Atkins. Y'all remember him? Old Chet. He was born in 24 on this day. He done a lot that. He played on every major song that there ever was come out of Nashville in the early days. I remember this from, do y'all remember Top Gun where they buzzed the tower on the ship? And they wasn't supposed to do that.
Oh, yeah, where he spilled his coffee?
Yeah, he wasn't very happy about that. That old boy's having a birthday today. He was a part of Top Gun. His name was James Stewart Tolkien, if I pronounced that right.
Back to the Future.
Yep, he was in that one. It's amazing how some of these people, you don't recognize them from other movies on down the road there, but he's having a birthday today. It was a sound, I think they created their own sound is the best way to word this. Sunkist stole part of their songs to make a commercial there years later. It was called the Beach Boys. Y'all remember them? Brian Wilson, born on this day back in 42. California, I wish they all could be California girls, and it's really all I know about the Beach Boys. Y'all know any?
Yeah, what's your favorite, Nick? That's my favorite.
That would be mine as well.
I know
the Beach Boys.
Seriously, I know that there was more. The little old lady from Pasadena.
Yeah, that was the tip of my tongue.
Somebody
took the words
me.
right out of our mouth over here.
The Beach Boys had something else. What was it, Odie?
Now here we go again.
I mean, they were like, I wish they could all be California girls.
Yep, that's all I know.
Yeah,
that's all. That's the only one I
went to
know.
their concert back in 1985.
Did you?
In Fort last year, some
Good Vibrations.
Good.
They made a commercial out of that. They made a lot of money off of that.
Surfing Safari.
Surfing USA.
They came to the National
Kokomo.
Scout Jamboree in 1985 at Fort A.P. Hill, Virginia.
Really?
And that's where I was at when I got my
Deuce
deal.
Coupe.
Yeah.
Remember
Surfer
that?
Girl.
I danced to that at my wedding.
Did you now?
You actually sang it at his wedding.
Yeah, he did a jig over
He
there.
actually sang it. Jeff's got a very nice voice.
I didn't know you could karaoke.
Sings at church all
Throw
the
something
time.
on out here real quick.
Not
we
on
do all
demand.
the time.
Never do it. If you're good at something, never do it for free. Okay? That's all I'm going to say.
1945, this girl was born. She was really pop. And as that was going away and she saw her career dwindling, she got a slight chance to have, a song that got mixed in with the urban cowboy stuff. Anybody remember Anne Murray? Could I Have This Dance for the Rest of My Life? And then she would have the big hit that I think most people remember, A Little Good News Today. Bryant Gumbel talking about the something on TV today. And nobody would even know who Bryant Gumbel is now. He was the news guy.
I remember him.
Oh, I remember that one.
Golly, now see, everybody's throwing it up there now. I remember them.
Who sang Barbara
Moran?
Didn't they sing that? Barbara, hold my hand.
My tip jar.
That's right. All he's got is peppermint so far.
Let's see what else went on. It would be the first time this guy really defined careers. If you didn't get on his TV show, you didn't have a career. He had the Beatles begging to be on there. He had a guy named Elvis came on there. Even Pat Boone went there. Ed Sullivan began his show in 1948 on this day.
Ed Sullivan.
In today's world, he wouldn't have a chance up against what's out there now. But back in the day, that was big stuff there. More babies have been contributed to this one factor of this guy being born. He's Mr. Love, is what we call him.
Yeah, dancing on the ceiling.
You once, twice,
three
times. Yo, come on.
Lady.
What was the big one? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Yeah. Just join in
We should
anytime.
just start singing over here on this segment of the show.
You never know what will happen. He had some more big ones there, like Easy as Sunday Morning coming down. How'd that go?
Yeah.
Nick,
Don't get me even to lie.
We had that on a firework.
Yeah, I think it was.
We did, yeah.
Lionel Richie. Born on this day back in 49.
We did. We were singing this song yesterday.
Which one?
At the fireworks store. Easy like Sunday morning.
Easy like Sunday morning.
That's what we
That's what
do.
we do
in
when we're
Marion.
stocking stuff. That's our little.
You can tell we don't have any customers. That's what we do. You know?
Just sing. 1952, he'd be a part of the show that I didn't care for, but I really liked him when he played the senator, kind of like what you do for a living.
Yeah, just play one.
I remember him playing Fred Flintstone.
He did play that, but this was the movie. Was it Evan Almighty, to where he's the big senator in the land deal?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
John Goodman.
John Goodman, born on this day back in 52. Now, he played that part real good. The wolves are coming, if y'all remember that line. I didn't care for that Roseanne thing. I
still don't.
Yeah.
It's just not family friendly. Like, they need to put a warning label like Doug Stone did on Country Songs.
That's it.
Dude, that went over everybody's head but me. Did nobody else get that?
I didn't get it.
Okay, I'll play the song for you later. Back in 1960, Huckleberry would be a part of your day. And what I mean by Huckleberry, anybody remember Huckleberry Hound?
I like Huckleberry
Hi there,
Hound.
I'm Huckleberry Hound. He sounded something like that. I'm not good at it, but we're trying all things here to pull it out for the Judge Weiss here.
Pulling out all the stops.
1963, I know this was big and people still talk about it today, but I can only watch like 3 to 4 minutes of it. Leave It to Beaver.
3 or
Final
4
episode.
minutes of it.
It just wasn't my thing. Him and Wally, or what was his brother's name?
Wally.
Wally. They were always
I
in
used
something.
to watch that before my favorite show comes on, for it was rudely interrupted with a podcast.
I Dream of Jeannie?
No, the Scotty Ray Report.
I always like to see her pop out of that bottle.
When you took out my
Perry Mason.
Perry Mason.
All right.
And I got stuck on watching you, and now look at me. I've graduated.
all you got to do is try a little sample. It grows on you after a while. Let's see if we can do this sound. How did it start out?
Dum-dum.
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 We're not doing too good at this.
No.
And then it would be somebody doing this.
Jaws. Yeah.
Yeah. We got
got one.
Got
Yeah.
Jaws. We're into the 70s now. Our parents are almost married.
Julia be so proud.
That somehow became a big deal back in the 70s, that show was. I ain't living long like this, am I, baby? As we go back for Waylon, 1979.
We like that.
Oh, I like me some Waylon Jennings. He He was the man. As we go back to the final day of this, George Strait wrote a song about this. I have so many exes and I owe so many people, they are to put me on Hollywood squares. It ended today. If y'all remember. Yeah, y'all ever watch that?
It's funny.
They actually had ladders that went up the side to those little booths. Okay, that went over well. Nobody liked that one. This is controversial. This was released in 1980, and the more we found out about it, what her mama made her do at the age of 13, it's kind of sick.
Yeah.
The Blue Lagoon was released. She was 13, y'all. Have mercy. Okay, we'll go on to something else.
She has a documentary.
Does she?
And it's pretty interesting. And she goes deep into what was going on.
We often see people that show up on like the dating game. I remember seeing Farrah Fawcett on the dating game, and it's actresses who they hire. And well, sometimes it even happens on The Price is Right. Today in 1980, they had a young girl from the audience, come on down. Well, you'd get to know her a lot better, and she won't go away even today. Her partner's leaving television, but she won't. She just goes up and touches things. Vanna White made her appearance on The Price is Right. Would you have known that was her?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
If I hadn't seen,
that's one of the few shows that we can watch at my house.
Right.
You got Shark Tank, you've got Wheel of Fortune.
I like Shark.
And that's about, and then sports.
Did y'all ever see that magazine that had her in it?
Can I borrow yours?
I wanted to. Did y'all know she did that? Oh yeah, Vanna.
Really? On that.
Remember that song, "My Angel Is a Centerfold"?
Mm-hmm.
Na 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 na. Well, Vanna White was a centerfold. If y'all didn't know that,
Did not know that.
You went right before
one
COVID.
by one. I'm about to say,
Hey, and that's why this one of the shows
all
that
this
you can watch at
research you
Jeff's house.
do. I tell you what now?
That's one of the ones you can watch at Jeff's house. One of the shows.
Take one for the team.
This is a scorned woman is what comes to mind on this. Is this movie debuted, and she spent the entire movie chasing him around trying to get him. He was just trying to go there and pay the little nuns fine so they could stay in their building.
Yeah.
They
had to put on a concert.
Yes, they did. They
Raise some money.
Drove around, talked about it, and they bought a great car on sale that used to be a state trooper car. As we go back to remember the Blues Brothers.
Okay.
We need to get the two of y'all a black suit with a hat.
We could probably do that.
I think we could rock it, yeah.
With a seersucker.
We'll do that next time.
Is that a seersucker suit?
We're trying to get the band back together.
Yeah.
What was it they said about God? It's something to do with the band.
Jeff, you know anything about the band?
There was a line in that movie. It'll come to me in a minute.
We're bad to have for this part. I mean really. I couldn't even with Google get any of these answers, probably.
1981, and this is probably one of the best songs that she ever did. And it was a note to her husband as she's getting ready to board a Silver Eagle and head off into the night to earn the family money, because we don't know what he's ever done, because we don't know what he does. She don't talk about him much. She's never had children. She is probably one of the sweetest women there was, but she explains why she does what she does in this song. And it's called But You Know That I Love You. Dolly Parton, 1981, had a #1 with that. And it describes of her riding off into the thing, earning a living, and she can't be there because, well, you can't buy everything built on just love. You got to have some money.
That's it.
I'm on a mission.
That is it. Amen.
That's it.
I hope Shalee's tuning into this part of the segment.
All these people came up with it.
Y'all don't remember that? I'm on a mission from God.
Oh, yeah, now it's coming back to us.
I love it when they go in and they board the door up and they give the money to pay the rent on the place, and the police.
I hope Shalee is really listening.
Wasn't John? Yeah, John Candy was a police officer in that. You know, where they're circling them and they're on stage. Sweet Home Chicago.
That's my favorite part.
That was good. 1980s. I didn't watch #2. I didn't watch #1. I saw about 15 minutes of it and thought, well, that's not for me. But others loved this.
Let's see it.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't my thing. And then it really bombed with Will Smith's kid.
Now, I didn't watch that one. I watched 1, 2, and 3 with old Ralph Macchio. And then Netflix came out with, it's kind of the next season. So Ralph has grown up, and the other guy he was fighting grew up, and they have kids, and now they're doing karate. That Cobra Kai. That's a good series. Cobra Kai. That's a good
You watched all those movies where they jumped up in the air and they hung there for a minute. You believed it, didn't you?
I didn't do them.
Let me take you back. Let's go back to the Blues Brothers just a moment here.
Okay. Thank
Did
God.
they jump up in the air?
I was hoping we'd get back to it.
I just
need to pull.
You know how you have that vision?
Start Googling.
Blues Brothers.
But do y'all remember the good old boys? And they're in the chase of the motorhome and they super glued his foot down to the motorhome and he couldn't stop it. Okay, maybe I'm the only one that thought that was funny.
No, you're not.
The Blues Brothers. Man. And
We
then
could do a whole segment just on that, I mean, really.
Do y'all remember Ray Charles in there playing the organ?
Now I have met Ray Charles. He used to be the piano guy for
Down at
Subway
First
years
Baptist?
ago when I was a kid. Well, not quite at First Baptist, but he was the piano player for Subway when I was a kid for one of their campaign, advertising campaigns, and he was at the Subway convention.
Really? Do you remember
The
who
Pepsi
else?
Girls. It was the Pepsi Girls.
Pepsi Girls. Remember them too.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember the guy? He was from Mississippi. As the Blues Brothers are pulling up, I can't remember if it was Harlem.
Pull that back up again.
I just jumped on Ray Charles because I knew him. I met him. I actually met him when I was a kid.
What was the other guy that helped out with Subway?
I'd rather not talk.
He's in jail now.
Aren't you buddies with him?
I'd rather not discuss him.
6 inch or a foot long. I don't know. But as we go back for that, if y'all remember where they're pulling up, they're getting ready to go see Aretha Franklin, and she done that whole dance routine. Do y'all remember y'all don't remember that?
They don't know who Aretha is.
Really?
Your Wi-Fi isn't working.
But as they're pulling down the street, they're showing everybody there, and you start hearing a boom, boom, boom. And it shows this old guy sitting on a stool over there in the corner. A boom, boom, boom. Shoot you right down. He was from Mississippi.
What part?
Johnny Jackson, Mississippi.
Okay.
Johnny Lee Hooker was in that movie, and he was probably one of the greatest blues guys there ever was. And they had, I'm losing these two.
How many times has Scotty Ray watched that movie? No one's thinking it but you, Miss Sheila. No one's thinking that but you.
Sometimes Greg's watched
Smoking in the Bed. Wait a minute. Do y'all want to really get into Con Air? Do y'all really want to challenge me? We'll be right back.
Tired of buying cars with no warranty? Are you worried about your car breaking down? Come see us at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, the only dealership in Meridian that gives you a 7-year unlimited mileage powertrain warranty on qualified new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Buy with confidence. We'll take care of you for 7 years, new and used, at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A mission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows, call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Welcome back. Your friend Scotty.
It's a common misconception that the act originated on SNL. We're talking about the Blues Brothers.
I thought it did.
It's an independent project that Dan Aykroyd and the gang did on their own. the audience needs to know.
I'm
that.
glad you read that. He read that really nicely. Just
But
then.
I honestly, I was with everybody else because I remember seeing it on Saturday Night
I do
Live
too.
first. That black, they come out dressed. It was just cool.
when it exploded.
Right.
And, then they sneak away underneath the stage at the end of the show. Sweet home, Chicago.
Chicago.
Heck yeah.
That was probably just one of a funny movie that I enjoyed. There's a lot of good movies that are out there that make you cackle. They're good stuff. They don't make them like that every day.
No,
That's true.
So since we're on, what's your favorite movie, Nick?
I have no. I mean,
This is a test.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
No, don't say that. Don't.
I wouldn't go there.
That's the thing. Stop. Can we edit back? Can we go back? I guess
It's live, Nick.
Can we edit back?
Start again. You want to do another one?
You got one, Jeff?
Oh, I can't say. I mean,
Okay,
people
yeah.
are
It's
watching.
worse than that.
We'll leave these two alone with their favorite movies. But I got a lot. Smokey and the Bandit ranks right up there toward the top of my favorite.
I've got a bunch.
It's all those movies that you go through that are on that you just can't walk away from. They play them forever.
Right.
Y'all got anything you want to add to that?
I don't think so.
Wolf of Wall Street.
They're politicians.
No, he
They said
didn't.
move
He
on.
didn't say that. He got that wrong.
He read that
Very
from somebody
interesting man.
He was talking about the book, the novel.
But no, he's an interesting man. Now he's on the straight and narrow, and he's teaching people to stay,
We get
make
it.
money
We
the
get it
honest way.
still.
Absolutely. What was that guy from Jackson that was on the straight and narrow? Who was the guy in Jackson, Mississippi that stole all that money and had the company? What was it? WorldCom?
Oh, yeah. WorldCom.
The building's out there on the left, and I can't remember his
WorldCom.
name. He took everybody.
Yeah, that was World Cup.
The Wolf of Mississippi is what we'll call that.
Got everybody. He got a bunch.
We have a road closure in Lauderdale County. We want to pass this along. The Road and Bridges Committee have put this out. It's that portion of Point Juanita Lake Road will be closed today for an emergency repair. They've dropped a pin right there. Can't go that way. I was down there the other day, rode through there, one of the first times. A lot goes on. Got a car show coming up in Marion. It's a benefit car show we wanted to tell you about. It's going to be there at Eastgate Tire coming up July the 6th. So you can come out and support that. It's a good thing there for Lonnie Timms, a benefit for him as they get there. Let's see what else is going on. We had a big deal going on in Clark County as our friend Barry White had to resign as coroner for health reasons.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Dang.
He had a heart attack, and it just he couldn't handle because he takes care of the jail, he takes care of chief deputy, and then that third thing just gave him a heart attack.
Well, I mean, the Barriots keeps him busy.
It's a big deal. We had Bonner yesterday, David Bonner sworn in as the new coroner. Until the election in November, there will be people running for this, and Barry did that so it wouldn't cost taxpayers any money. It would be on another ballot, so it wouldn't be any extra cash involved with that. But as you realize, sometimes you get in too deep and you can't handle something, and it's best so that you live, you walk away from something. That's what Barry's done. Yeah. And so, hate it happened, but that's the understanding of why that went on there. They got a new fire truck yesterday also in Quippen. I ain't never understood this, and I understand that it's tradition, Odie, that you push a fire truck in.
Well, you used to push them in
because
when
you had no choice.
Horses attached to it. And it's just something that they've carried on where you...
Have they not figured out there's a reverse in it?
Well, they kind of use it to help because you ain't pushing one now.
They're big. They're big. So a big ceremony yesterday in Quitman as they rolled in a new fire truck there. So good luck on that. Let's see what else is going on this morning here. That's those doors that were real cheap. And we pass along to Gulfport, Mississippi. The fire chief there passed away, the former fire chief there. Always sad when we lose somebody that's done so much for the community in those areas as we look at that. Sales tax, is there something coming up different on that, Jeff? We got anything new on that you know of?
No, sir.
That's the sales tax holiday.
The holiday weekend.
Like around Labor Day.
Yeah,
they always
that's
do
coming
that.
up.
The back to school stuff, they always do that.
They've extended it. That's where I'm going with this. For 2 days, they're going to remove the sales tax on school supplies, individual items of clothing, and foot apparel costing less than $100. So that's an extra day or so.
Yeah. I think they removed the sales tax on cooked crawfish this weekend, too.
Fireworks.
So. No, they did
not. No, they did. July 6th.
Yeah, July 6th.
No sales tax.
No.
That's where that works.
Take it on the chin that day.
That's when it goes cash only.
No, whatever.
Just leave town.
Oh, let's see here. There was a national story that I had seen. I thought we needed to. That bankruptcy, that doesn't make any sense. I can't find the one. What do y'all know about this? I have not read the story. I've caught glimpses of it. Louisiana, to where they're going to start putting the Ten Commandments, and I may be catching you off guard here, in each of the classrooms. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't seen it.
In every classroom, from kindergarten all the way through college, as long as that college is government funded through Louisiana, Louisiana is going to require each classroom to have the Ten Commandments in easily read font attached to every wall. This is going to be paid for by money donated for this cause. Now, it is going to the Louisiana Supreme Court, and they will be discussing this.
He's watched this movie.
When it's talking about putting some Ten Commandments in public places, I'm all for it 100%, and this is something that caught my eye. I think it's going to pass? No, because it will end up going to the U.S. Supreme Court, and it'll be shot down.
ACLU already suing over it.
Yep.
To let you know of that. But that's what's brewing out there. So we'll see what becomes of it. Louisiana, that's a landmark little thing they're doing.
Yeah. There's been one other state, and I can't remember who it was, that tried that, and U.S. Supreme Court already shot that
U.S.
down.
Supreme Court looks different now. It looks different now than what it did then.
But it looks different than what it did.
Right. And hey, if that were in Mississippi, that's another reason why you need Jennifer Branning in there on the Mississippi Supreme Court.
There we go. Yep.
Do y'all know, and I don't know this young lady, a singer, a country singer, and there's some that I don't know. Let me find what her name was. Her name is Ivana Pino. Do y'all know her?
I do not.
She was killed in a car crash, 32 years old. Says she's a country singer. And I realize that there are some that I just don't know who they are anymore, and I thought condolences to that. Bad news there.
It really is.
We're getting coming up on the top of the hour. Y'all have been a lot of fun this morning. Have we left off anything that needs to be addressed that's coming up before? Oh, okay.
Just can't.
We need another hour and a half, huh?
To get into all that is going on there. We need to do some birthdays. We'll come back and do those in just a moment there. Get your birthday list ready. If you hadn't gotten yours in yet, get those quickly. And we'll do those.
You better hurry getting them in.
Yeah, we'll do that next. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions for life, service, financing, the lowest price guaranteed, and take it home today at the Sewing and Vacuum Center in Meridian and Select in Flowood and Hattiesburg.
As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts. And America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. And I was sitting here. I was actually, because, I do a lot of reporting of the news all around town. Anything that happens. Y'all have seen me out and about.
A couple times.
There was one afternoon, there was an incident, and I had to call Nick. I said, Nick, there's been an incident.
Oh, God. I know what this is. I know what it is now.
Shalee, I hope you're watching.
Second time this week he's brought this up to me.
I've joked to Nick about there was like
he has a tab just for this. You didn't search 30 seconds and you found this.
Oh, he had it saved.
It's on that phone with the fingerprint that he's been having, you know?
There were
That's the left-handed middle finger.
there was a car wreck. And Nick's
5
daughter,
years ago.
Yeah, Nick's daughter was involved, and everything was traffic was flowing. They were getting things back together, and then all of a sudden, here it
Wolf of
comes.
Wall Street ain't so bad now.
Nick's wife showed up on the scene.
Right.
And folks, let me tell you, it got chaotic after his wife showed up. We had 3 more wrecks. We had 4 firemen trip and 2 police officers lose their ink pens. Snoop Dogg showed up. And no one believes me. So
thank God Michael Ted wasn't here then.
We thought we'd bring that beautiful bean footage and show you what went down that day. Here's Snoop Dogg. We think Nick's wife is looking.
Look at the deer.
Even the deer had to stop.
And it had to be right behind Nick Lucy political side.
That's Chris Lafferty's Frontier right there.
The question is, the fire department, did she ever find that insurance card? They lost thought.
I do not know. I do not know. It got paid, though. It got paid.
You have a tab.
Oh, yeah. Snoop Dogg, he's always there.
He's always there.
This should be your Christmas card.
That is going to be our Christmas card.
Speaking of that, but I heard rumor, and this is mere rumor as we were talking about
Street talk.
Didn't a county truck get keyed while at a convention?
Yes, it did.
I heard that.
I saw that.
They had a telephone number on it.
And I called it.
What'd you find out?
They didn't answer.
Okay. If you'll pass that number along
I
to
know
me.
this. The first 6 digits was to Joe McGee, the bridge builder. I was like, well, maybe if y'all are slow paying for the bridges. That Marion Bridge has been in for a while. Now you better be paying now.
That did happen there. So, as we look at that, I enjoyed the picture. And
I enjoy that. Look, I liked it too.
In case you didn't know.
I liked
In case you didn't know.
Look,
Scotty
and
Ray
look,
Report.
Shalee will text me when he brings up. She goes, Scotty Ray sure knows how to make a woman feel good.
Next time we promise to do a longer live from the next wreck that Nick's family
we're involved in.
is involved in. Speaking of, and Odie, let me get to this. This is
Speaking of,
we had an incident that you spent like days at, 2 or 3 days at of an incident there. 18-wheeler wreck.
Yeah. We finally got that cleaned up yesterday afternoon. Everything is cleaned up and seated, and we're good now.
But you wanted to wish somebody a happy birthday, didn't you?
Look, a very special birthday. While we were out there, this young man right here showed up. His name's Robert Waters, and he had a birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
And when he pulled up, I said, "Hey, how you doing?" And he said, "Doing good." He said, "I was the driver of that truck." And he got out and we talked for a little while yesterday. He's got 2 broke ribs. He's got a cut on his left hand and had a couple of stitches, but his wife was taking him home. He's from Jackson, Alabama, and he is in great shape. He was. We talked about the Lord, and he said, "I pray every day. I read the Word every day before I leave here." And my little buddy. But he said he was told by all these nurses at the hospital he needs to watch the Scotty Ray Report. So he said he was going to be watching. So
welcome.
Good morning. Enjoyed talking to you and your wife yesterday. Glad you were okay. And hey, I hope you continue to watch the show with us. But happy birthday to you yesterday.
All right, we got some more birthdays?
Oh, Lord, we got them. So today we've got Ryan and Susan Henry selling 20 years together yesterday. Brian Gaddy, 36 years old. Tammy Keters, 58. Obie Knapp having a birthday today. Edgar and Dawn Woods. Boy, talk about somebody punted past their line. That's old Edgar there with Dawn. 35 years today together. Rachel Whitaker's having a birthday. To Corey LeJohn Head, 43 years yesterday. Addie Singley's 10 years old. Andrew Cuffer, 29, and Rachel Whitaker having a birthday today. So let's hit this button and dun 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 dun. Brian Gaddy is having a birthday, 36, and winner of the Hyundai of Meridian.
Boom.
Scotty Ray Report coffee mug. Go by Hyundai of Meridian, Highway 39, big gray building, and get that. Whew, what a birthday.
I go to Mexico for our next story as we get ready to leave here. Not anybody signing up for election on this. I can't imagine why, as the mayor of a newly elected town was assassinated. Cartel took him out. No one wants to fill the position.
Wasn't who they wanted.
You look at Mexico and things are a lot different. The land of the free here in America, we really don't know how well we've got it. We don't. I know people take vacation to these other countries, but we have got it great.
Tell you what, you leave that gate open like that, and all that junk going on down there is already here.
It is here, Odie.
So you want America or you want to lose America? And you better think about that come November.
Yes, sir. That's what voting's all about. Always study who you're voting for. And when is your next? Speaking of, and I'm being serious. When do you up for re-election?
2027. So it'll be a few years. So last year was the election. That was when both of us will be on the. If we decide to run again, it'll be 2027, which that's my intention.
I
don't know about the judge.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, all right.
The judge is going to stay.
We've got some very uninformed people on how anything works. One of them commented on here talking about paper ballots. Doesn't have a clue. Has no clue. But he still voted. And we know what kind of stuff he voted for because you can tell. But anyway, learn what's going on, the people, the process, the whole 9 yards, and be part of America.
All about it.
Man.
We can't thank you two enough for coming in this morning.
Enjoyed it. She'll come anytime.
Glad to have the judge with us. Of course, Senator Tate with us
Try
here.
to find a good, wholesome movie to say was our favorite for next time.
With the founder. The founder's a good,
Are you going home to watch
motivational
some
movie.
Walton reruns now?
Yeah, absolutely.
The Blues Brothers.
The Blues Brothers.
That was our favorite.
There you go. Or Smoke in the Bandit.
Yeah.
The Cannonball Run. Any of these.
You got a Bible verse for us to leave on Odie?
Yeah, we do. So we're going to go to Matthew 6, verse 19. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth where moths and vermin destroy and where thieves break in and steal. We were talking about a good man today that gave money to good causes, and give to your church and give to your neighbors that need help. But one thing for sure, keep the Lord Jesus Christ in your heart. He'll make a difference in your life daily. Boy, I tell you, we've had a great show. I've enjoyed all day today and had a wonderful time. Appreciate y'all coming in.
Donna Jill said, is he chewing gum?
He's on Facebook. It's just a myth.
He's just, yeah. But
he wanted to wear his sunglasses.
oh, she would.
She would have got you.
Yeah.
What y'all don't realize is Donna Jill really runs the entire town. If you don't dress right, she calls you. Where's your tie? How come you didn't wear it today?
She ain't worried about re-election.
She just does it what should be done. Love her to death. Again, thank y'all so much for being a part of our show. And Odie, when we're coming back?
We'll be back tomorrow, 22 and a half hours now. Y'all have a wonderful day. We love you. See you then.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.